empowering.
Hey y'all, so it's Jazz. So we are going to get right into it. Y'all know that. Okay, so this is going to be our video for Cancer, our energy update for you guys. So let's get right into it. So for Cancer, there are two different variances of the energy I feel for you guys. And what we have here, we had gate 42, which is the gate of conclusion. Okay. So with these two different energies, I feel like for Cancers, you guys have been, there's something in your life that you have been holding on to. Some of you have been in this energy where you're holding on so tightly to something or things, okay, because you don't want them to change. You're holding on to a certain image or certain something. You're grasping it and you're holding on to it, and you are not letting it go, and you're not allowing change to happen in this area. Okay, because you don't want it. There's something. It's like you don't want it to change. You have identified yourself so much with this, and you don't want it to change. Then we have the other side of our energy. This is a flaky type of energy. We have there are some of our Cancers that cannot stay committed or to completion. Some of our Cancers cannot stay committed until completion. So you're giving up, you're stopping, you're not putting in all your energy, you're not giving it your all, okay? And this is causing you to give up and to give up prematurely, okay? On projects, people, situations that you're actually meant to continue to be thriving in. Okay, so we're going to talk about both of those type of energies, and we're going to talk about how to change them and how to get ourselves into alignment the way that we know that we should be, or the way that we want to be. So let's see. So I always take some notes on our topics here. Okay. So the deep root of the energy you have been in, Cancer, mainly comes from fear, okay? And I feel like this is more so mental fear, because you think yourself in you can be pessimistic at times. Like, you can really be very hard on yourself. And it's not like you are, I don't want to say that you try to see the negative. It's like, but you are one of those people where you just point out. That's kind of annoying. I feel like that people are actually getting annoyed by that. Because it's like, where someone else may be shining the light on total joy, you find something to nitpick at. You find a problem. Okay? That's what it is. You are finding problems where it does not have to be any problem, okay? If you would just focus on what is the positive side of this situation. Okay, so I'm losing my place in our... I don't like to do that. Okay, here we go. I'm so sorry. Okay. So, Cancers, you guys are there's really a situation that you're stuck in. And for some of you guys, I really feel like this is a relationship that has gotten serious. So this, like, maybe there are children involved, or there can also be marriage, business things. There could be business relations in this connection as well. Okay, so now, Cancer, when you first entered this situation, I feel like it was a situation that was so good. It was so good. It had everything that you wanted. If this was a partner, that had the things that you wanted. You guys were living life. You guys were taking trips. You guys was looking good, okay? If this is some type of business, then the business was good when it first started off. Okay, whatever this is, when it first started off, it was good. Okay, it was good, and it was meeting your expectations. But then what I feel what happened is that now things change, and that's just how life goes. Things change, everything changes. We know that we can always count on things to change. Nothing, no matter how hard we try to hold on to it, nothing is going to stay the same. It can change for better, it can change for worse. But we know that change is a very constant factor when it comes to life. So that's something that we have to accept as humans. And I feel like that for Cancer, some of you guys are in this position, some of you guys, girls, ladies, men, whatever, you are in this position of where you are ready, like you know that your life is telling you that change has to happen, and you knew this. I feel like some of you guys knew this time ago, before you got so stuck, so deep. You knew that change had to happen. Okay, but I feel like you were avoiding it. You were avoiding it because you wanted this to be good. You wanted it to be good and true. So you were avoiding the change that was needed, not just for yourself. And if this is in a relationship, it's hard for you to upgrade yourself, to change yourself, and you have a partner that is not partaking into that. Okay, that is difficult, because then the relationship between you and your partner is going to be very, very complicated. Okay, and I feel like that for some of you guys, that's what's happening. You've been putting in a lot of work, healing, upgrading your weak spots and things like that, and you have a partner that is not going along with that change. And you knew this. You knew they were not willing to change time ago, but you kept going on because this was something that you did not want to let go. You did not want to see the situation change. Okay, and now you're in this position of where, because there are no changes happening in your relationship or happening within your personal life, because there are no changes happening, now you are beginning to feel so, it's like enclosed. You feel out of flow. Okay, you feel like there's a lot of pressure on you. A lot of pressure is what I'm seeing. And you're a Cancer. You're not the type of person that gives in to pressure so easily. So you're still trying to go. You're still trying to maintain, handle everything that you need to handle. But this is difficult. This becomes difficult because now it's like the things that you actually truly want to do, your life is not lighting you up anymore. It's not giving you like that, oh yes, like this is what I feel fulfilled. You're losing touch with that fulfilled feeling. Okay, so when we don't feel fulfilled, that means that we may be off track. We may be out of alignment. Something in our energy needs to be adjusted, because as humans, we are that is a part of our life process to reach fulfilled check marks in everything that we do every day. You should feel fulfilled in something that you have did, even if it's just one thing. Okay, the feeling of being fulfilled looks like satisfaction. It looks like peace. It looks like surprise. It looks like success. Okay, these are your signatures of fulfillment. And I feel like for Cancers, you guys are not feeling fulfilled. You're going to bed at night, you're not feeling fulfilled. You're waking up in the morning and you're not doing activities. You're not engaging in things that create this energy of feeling fulfilled. You're missing that. You're missing that point. You're missing that. So because you are missing that energy, you're not going to be your best self. You're going to be more prone to an attitude, more prone to feeling insecurities, okay? These low vibrational emotions and low vibrational states, now they have open access to you. They have open access to you and open access to doing whatever they want to do to you. Whatever they want, okay? Whatever it is, whatever they want. Because you are in this position, you're in this state of lack. You're in this state of lacking change, okay? There are many different variations of lack, and in some of our lives we lack change. And when you lack change, your life can look very chaotic, because like I said, change is a constant. It has to happen. It's going to happen with or without your approval, and when it's without, when it's without, that is where we experience a lot more heartbreak, a lot more disappointment, a lot more hurt, because we try everything to go against the natural flow of nature. And we try everything to not change, to not change, to not change, to not change what we thought were so good. But the most important thing that you get out of this situation is that you learn how to close chapters. You have to learn how to close. You have to learn how to finish. That's a part of why you're going through this, a part of the lesson. Learning how to conclude. Okay? Learning how to conclude, how to put it together. Because you gotta pay attention to how your energy is, Cancer. I want you to pay attention. Let's take a walk down the road, okay? So, Cancer, you guys are a very good, you got good work ethic. I'm getting tongue tied. You got good work ethic. Okay? You got nice etiquette. You are funny, charming. You have all of these great qualities. But you do have a difficult time when it comes to ending something. You know, you can start up a business, you can start up a friendship, you can start up a relationship, you can start up so many things. Okay? But when the time runs its course on those things, okay, you don't close out the door. You keep the door open. You won't let go. You won't end the friendship. You won't end that job that you're getting nothing from anymore. You lack knowing how to conclude areas in your life. You leave doors open. You go to another door. This door was still open right here, but you just went on to another door like that, like you abandoned it. Like you abandoned that idea, that project that you started. You think you abandoned it, but it's still there. It's still there. It's still there. It's going to stay there until you give it some attention, until you either close that door or continue until you finish it up. Okay? So you have to learn how to end things. And when you're kind of, some of you guys are repressing what needs to be ended right now, what needs to be closed. You're repressing it. You're not trying to give it no attention. You're not trying to really take it serious. You don't want it to end, so you're not shining the light on it. It's like you're being delusional to what you know needs to end. Because you feel like out of sight, out of mind. I'm not going, nope. But it's going to keep coming back up. You're going to continue to be reminded. Because guess what? How it's going to come up. It's going to keep hurting you. It's going to keep disappointing you. It's going to keep setting you back in some type of way. Because, hey, it's not supposed to be here anymore. Close it out. Close it out. You don't want things to change, but this could be a good change. You could be making room for something so much greater to come into your life, but you don't want to let go because you don't know what's going to happen. It's okay. Don't fear change. Don't let your mind trick you into fearing change, okay? You have to go. We should be open. We should be welcoming change with open arms because it comes into our lives to transform and to realign. And sometimes there are things going on in our lives, things that we don't need to deal with, that we cannot see ourselves, that we cannot, and we probably would never see. We will stay in certain situations, giving our energy to those situations, and we won't ever see how it is harming us, how it is limiting us. So you have to go with the flow and trust that change is taking you into a better direction. It's not here to hurt and mess up what you got going on, okay? Because if you look at what you got going on and if you be really honest with yourself, it's not as good as you think. It's not as good as you think. You haven't put a veil over what was ugly, okay? And you made it seem pretty for you because it looked pretty to other people. So you dressed it up. Okay, you dressed it up and you made it look cute for you. You made it doable for you. You made it work for you. But this is settling. That is called settling. Okay, so you have to understand change is coming now, whether you like it or you don't. Because it's time for endings to happen. It's time for endings and closings to happen. So look at your life right now and look at what areas seem to be chaotic. What areas are constantly being disrupted? What areas are taking away your joy? What areas are draining? Okay, frustrating. What areas causes feelings of bitterness? Okay, what areas are causing you to complain, causing you to overthink, have anxiety? What areas are creating this anger? Look at the areas in your life and figure it out, because those are the areas that require some type of change, that require some type of closing, some type of ending, whether it's ending with the person itself, ending with certain habits you got that you have picked up with this person, ending a business relationship, ending a business project, starting something new. Okay, you gotta go back and this is your time to go back and end it. Whatever needs to be end it. Okay? End it up. End it. Close the door. Close it out. And that's just what this is, your cleanup phase of doing this. This is cleanup phase. Okay? So now I want to also look at the energy of my Cancers who okay, so this is for my Cancers who aren't afraid to end things, okay? This is for my Cancers who ended. That you guys do end it. You do end out cycles. But this is what, you know what? Let me use better words. You don't end things correctly, okay? So my other Cancers here on the other end of the spectrum, you guys don't commit to anything. So you don't have to end it. You don't have to end it and close it out. You were never committed in the first place. You were never all in the first place. You start business ideas and then you stop. You don't fully commit yourself because, for one, there's fear of failure. You don't want to fail. You don't want to be disappointment. You avoid disappointment. So, and to avoid disappointment is to avoid committing. You avoid committing to the projects for the long haul, committing to the relationship for the long run, because you don't want to be hurt and disappointed. You don't want to fail. Okay? And those fears are limiting you. You don't see that you're not doing yourself any justice by not getting into something and being committed to it. Okay? So at some point you're going to have to commit yourself. Okay? And see something into the finish line. You're going to have to go all the way. Okay? You're going to have to go all the way with your business idea through the highs and lows. Okay? The peak season and when it's really slow. Okay? You're going to have to be dedicated. Be there for the ups and the downs, Marriage, okay? These are my Cancers avoiding marriage, avoiding commitment, because you're not sure if you can stay there through the good and the bad. It's not always going to be good. You're going to go out and start cycles, and then there are going to be challenges. There are going to be challenges. You are going to be faced with situations that are uncomfortable, but you can't run from every uncomfortable situation. You can't give up every time it's uncomfortable. You have to keep going. You have to see the finish line. You have to finish something. You have to conclude something. All in all, both sides of the Cancers need to know that you have to conclude. You have to finish. Okay? You have to finish, whether it's finish letting go of something, finish evolving, finish with the changes that you're going through, okay? Closing doors out, not just holding on to people and situations just because you don't want to close them out. Then we have our other side, not wanting to commit, not wanting to be dedicated to something for the long run, not wanting to see something through the highs and the lows, the goods and the bads. You both have to learn how to conclude. You have to learn how to go through a series of events and reach the finish line, okay? Because that not only changes you, it changes you. It shapes you and transforms you. It matures you. It teaches on your mind. You gain more wisdom. That is how you evolve. If you are not out here committing or even letting go of people and situations that you held close at one time, then what are you learning? What are you actually learning? Okay? So let me look at my notes to see. Did I forget anything? Okay. So, last thing is for Cancers to make sure that the pressure that you feel can be positive. Okay? The pressure that you feel to make changes in your physical life, to the pressure of your physical life in general can be positive if you stop confusing yourself. Okay? And you confuse yourself when you go back to your mind trying to make sense out of what's going on, what you're doing, what you should do, and all that. Okay? That is going to confuse you. You have to tap in and tune into your body, to your inner authority, okay? That does not come from your mind, but it comes from somewhere else within your body. And that is what you're going to have to get in tune with, okay? To see, is this authority saying yes, or is it saying no? Is it saying this is good or bad for me, okay? So you can get help with your decisions, and you're not just quitting too early, or just being stagnant, or just not being dedicated. You have to go through a phase of connecting with yourself. So you hear yourself louder. You hear something higher than you speaking through you. Okay? And that way you're not confusing yourself. You're not letting the pressure of your material life cause you to make choices that just you're not fulfilled from. You're not getting anything out of certain choices that you've been making except for other people to see you. For other people to see that other people may think is benefiting you. But you as an individual, you may not feel the benefits from what you're doing, from the actions that you're taking right now. So in order for you to feel the benefits, you have to make sure that you're tapped in with yourself, so you hear yourself, and that you are letting go when you need to let go, and you are seeing your goals from point A to point Z. You're not giving up too early. You're not confusing yourself in the midst of the process because of your mind, okay? You keep your mind in check, okay? Yes, I think that was everything for my Cancers. Okay, y'all. So yeah, so if you have any questions or anything, feel free to email me at jazzthetarotgirl@gmail.com. I do email back, okay? So y'all have a great day. Bye, Cancer.